In this episode, I'm going to be commemorating the death of Lucozade. This is something that's, it's pretty close to me. It actually hit me personally right in the heart, and I can't believe that I didn't talk about it sooner. It's just been so tragic getting over it. I didn't even want to bring it up in a video, but I am doing it now. So anyway, basically, what happened is that, like a few months ago, Lucozade, which if you don't know, is an energy drink that's used to be very high in sugar, and that's glucose sugar, not sucrose. Different types of sugar. I'm not a chemist, so I can't tell you the structure of these, the molecular structure of these sugars. I'm not a biologist, so I can't tell you the effects that they have on the human body. But I'm a coolologist, so I can tell you that this is not fucking cool. This is not groovy. This is in fact pretty fucking lame. This is non-tubular. This is in fact not a swood. It's bullshit. Anyway, this can in particular, I've got a can here. Look, this is containing the correct amount of sugar. You can't read that because the fucking autofocus isn't doing it properly. Let's just wait for that to focus. Yeah, there we go. 31 grams of sugar, 34%. This is how much sugar a can of Lucozade or a bottle of Lucozade should have. There aren't many of these left. This is gonna be like fucking Crystal Pepsi, so I'm gonna drink it. Anyway, it's unopened. As you can see, I tip it upside down. Nothing comes out. It's I shouldn't have shaken it really. Lucozade. I don't know why they changed the formula. I can think of a bunch of reasons why. Probably because, having that much sugar is not great. But it's glucose, so it's different. It's not as bad for you, right? It's faster acting. It's what your muscles and your brain use. It's the sugar that is passed through your bloodstream to your muscles and to your brain anyway. As far as I'm aware, it's better than artificial sugar, like the one extracted straight out of the granulated sugar that you get for all other kinds of things. And it doesn't even have that much caffeine compared to like energy drinks, like in my previous episode that I did, where I reviewed like Monster and Relentless and those kind of high energy drinks like Red Bull and stuff. This doesn't give you wings. This is just a fucking great tasting energy drink that, for whatever reason, like I said, they've changed the formula. They've committed suicide as a company, as far as I can tell, because nobody has been happy with this. You go check the Lucozade Twitter. They've probably blocked and banned the people who are complaining now, but there was a fucking outrage at the time because anyone who drank Lucozade immediately could taste the difference. It's like, this Lucozade tastes a bit weird. Check the bottle. Oh, because they've removed 2/3 of the sugar. That's how much they removed. They went from it being per can, having, like, for example, every 250 milliliters had 31 grams of sugar. Now every can has, every 250 milliliter serving has 13 to 12 grams. Now that's less. That's a lot less. Like I said, it's 2/3 gone. Where's it gone? They've just taken it out. What have they put in instead? Well, they've changed the formula to have more sweeteners. And I don't know if you ever tried it, and I don't know if you ever should. You shouldn't. Sweeteners are fucking gross. Everyone knows that. It's common knowledge. I got into a. I didn't get into the discussion because it's like, you can't argue with some people, but someone was trying to tell me there's no such thing as common knowledge. As in, like, people have different upbringings, so therefore there's no such thing as common knowledge. Right, well, first supposition there, I'm just breaking it down here because it's, I've been triggered. There is a such thing as common knowledge. If 51% of people know something, like the majority of people know it, you can classify it as common knowledge. But it doesn't even have to be the majority of people knowing it. It just has to be a relatively large number of people who know it. And relatively large is relative. You can say it's arbitrary, but in any group of people, you can say what relative amount of people knowing a certain bit of information makes it be like, oh, relatively speaking, a lot of people know this, therefore it is common knowledge. So you can have common knowledge. And in that particular case, I was taking into account factors such as this person being English speaking in the Western world, therefore knowing the fact that that particular thing, that was funny. That was that the penis is not a muscle. That was that one. I was saying it's common knowledge that the penis is not a muscle. And he's like, first of all, it's not common knowledge. Second of all, there's no such thing as common knowledge. Well, you're wrong, and you're also wrong. So please, back to Lucozade though. Honestly, it should be common knowledge that you don't take the fucking sugar out of a fucking drink that is known for it being sugar. The original name of Lucozade, is a little bit of trivia for you, a little bit of Lucozade trivia. It was Glucozade because it had fucking lots of glucose in. But now it doesn't have fucking any, so it's close to none. Might be that glucose has become more expensive to import into the UK, or just that they want to make it be healthier. You know, a big initiative to remove unhealthy foods and drinks from the market, but I don't think that's the case because there are still plenty. There are so many other ones. You can't replace the sweetness of sugar with the sweeteners because it's a completely different taste. If you've ever had sugar or honey or treacle and put that into a cup of hot chocolate, into some coffee, into tea, into whatever drink you have that's a hot drink, and you put in the sugars, there's always been a thing where or for a while there's a period of time where like you had next to the sugar section or next to whatever section you have the option to have sweeteners, those little white sweetener things instead of sugar, but those just were not a viable source of sweetening. They don't work. They taste fucking disgusting. The chemicals fucking buzz on your tongue when you have sweeteners. I know this is probably subjective, but I just think sweeteners are the fucking devil. You know, I'm not even a religious person, but I have religious contempt, and it reinforces to me the belief that there probably is evil and good in the world when I'm reminded that sweeteners exist. You know, this is like, it's fucking pure Satanism, and you need to get your shit together, fucking Lucozade company, or the fucking Ribena company. That's it. Lucozade, Ribena, Suntory, Limited. You need to fucking sort your shit out, put the fucking sugar back into the fucking Lucozade, so that I can fucking enjoy it properly, and not have to have your no sugar version, which, funnily enough, I'm not going to buy, and neither is anyone else who wants the full sugar Lucozade. They're not going to buy the new one. Like, some people will, and then they'll realize, this tastes shit. I'm just going to buy, like, I'm going to buy Fanta, or I'm going to buy Coca-Cola, you know, Dr. Pepper. You're going to buy something else. Pepsi, that's a good one. Pepsi's a good one. But it doesn't have the flavour or the sugar of Lucozade. But now nothing does, so what are you going to buy? You know, I got this limited edition, like the leftovers, like Crystal Pepsi, you know, super rare, that Szechuan sauce from the McDonald's limited edition. So, I don't know. Just at the end of a generation, you know, Lucozade was good for a while, but hey, now it's gone. Fucking woo. You know, not all things last forever, and all good things come to an end, but why the fuck did it have to be Lucozade? This is something that doesn't need to change. It really doesn't need to have changed. So change it back, or your company's gonna go down the shitter. I'm calling it now. Lucozade fucking is gonna tank unless they bring the sugar back. Alright, thanks for watching, and fucking sugar fucking to the fucking